I used professional property management my entire career. I know it inside and out intimately. It's really silly to say you can't learn the business or learn how to manage properties unless you do it yourself. That just doesn't make any sense. Now, from the standpoint of time, energy, and effort, my philosophy has always been, what do I need to spend my time on in terms of focus, right? The whole 80-20 rule. So you get 80% of your results from 20% of your efforts. Well, then I turn around and I say, okay, well, if that's the case, then I want to drill down on that 20%. And what's the 100% of that 20%? So if 80% of your efforts get 20% of the results, I'm going to look, okay, where's those 20% of results coming from? And what do I need to do 100% of to continue to get those results and just forget the other 80%, right? And if that makes sense. So if you're spinning your wheels trying to manage properties and deal with tenants and doing background checks and doing credit checks and showing properties and just all of the little things that come with that kind of a business model, keeps you from doing the things that are important: finding properties, negotiating the deal, getting the financing, raising the capital if you need to raise capital, doing the things that are going to help you grow and scale the business. If growth and scaling is what you want to do, kind of like the building business, there's contractors out there that want to swing the hammer and do everything themselves. And there's contractors that subcontract it all out. And then there's a mix of both. So no one thing is right for any individual. All I'm saying is you don't have to physically perform every single task to know how to do it and to understand the business. Whatever's right for anybody. People want to manage their own properties. That's great. They want to save the management fee. That is going to hold you back. You can only go so far doing it yourself unless you build a business that manages the properties, and then you might as well just outsource. Different strokes for different folks, and there's different ways of doing things and different levels. And the good news is, whichever way you decide to go, if you want to manage your own properties, there is software and technologies now that make it really easy, much more streamlined, background checks, rent collection, deposit insurance, all these different things that you can do now that makes property management so much easier, especially for Airbnb. Now, that is a space where you can efficiently manage properties and scale. With Airbnb, year-round properties are a little bit more difficult because they require a little bit more attention. But if you have your service people in place and vendors and things like that, you can streamline that. So that's really what that was all about.